People from countries like Kenya, India, and South Africa are being tricked into joining Russia's war. Some came to Russia as tourists or for work, but then their passports were taken and they were forced to join the army. Some were sent to fight in Ukraine without knowing what was happening. A few managed to escape and told their stories. Many others are still missing.
Kenyans in Russia's war against Ukraine. In Nairobi, authorities announced the launch of an investigation into the trafficking of Kenyan citizens into slavery in the Russian Federation. Kenyan officials report that they are clarifying the circumstances of the case with Russian authorities through their embassy in Moscow, as well as maintaining contact with Ukraine's Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
We are keenly following information on 3 or 4 Kenyans allegedly trafficked to Russia and currently held as prisoners of war by Ukraine. We shall provide additional information, Korir Singh, Principal Secretary of Foreign Affairs of Kenya, cited by Business Insider.
Last week, on the Volchansk direction, soldiers of the 57th Separate Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine captured a Russian army mercenary from Kenya. He turned out to be 36-year-old athlete Evans Kibet. The prisoner said that he and 3 other Kenyans arrived in St. Petersburg at the invitation of a Russian travel agent.
I didn't go to Russia for military service. I went there as a tourist to see different beautiful places. I spent 2 weeks there. The day before I was supposed to return to Kenya, the guy who hosted me in Russia asked me, "Evans, how do you like Russia?" I said it's good. He asked if I would like to stay here. I said yes. But the problem is that my visa expired. He said, "No, I can do something for you." I asked what. He said he had a job for me. I asked what kind of job, but he didn't tell me. In the evening, he came with documents in Russian and said these are for the job he wants me to do.
The documents that Evans signed turned out to be a contract with the Russian Ministry of Defense. Afterward, his phone and passport were confiscated. A few days later, the athlete was taken to a military camp, and after a week of basic training, he was sent to the front line.
I ended up in a place where I don't want to be. I am not an enemy of Ukraine. I ended up in a situation from which I couldn't escape. They threw me into the forest. That's when I escaped.